Welcome to, hi Laura Howard, welcome to another edition of Laurie Maves ART, live intuitive painting. And today I'm going to start working on this new painting behind me, which is a big turquoise palette shape painting. And the dimensions for curious minds, hi Robertians. Dimensions are 48, I bet by 60. Oh, no. 48 by 64 inches. My material is oil paint and oil sticks, likely. But I have a little bit of an announcement to make. Thank you for tuning in. Robert is one of my trusty loyal, and I know Laura's been on here before too. I have been asked by a couple of people, do you live stream over on Twitch? And no, I don't live stream over on Twitch. I hadn't really, one other person asked me about it. So I thought, well, I might as well go check it out. If two people now have asked me, do you live paint over on Twitch? Because I live paint here on Substack. I might live paint over there. Hi, Assemblywoman Deborah Mazzaretti. Grazie per joining. So I have decided we're going to give it a shot. I have opened up a page over there on Twitch. I see other artists working over there, mostly digital artists, mostly gamers. Hey, Alexi. Everything is falling like dominoes. Oh, no. I hope not. So this is my brain, and I stop because I lose my train of thought. So I'm going to start live streaming over on Twitch. I'm going to do that today. Blue Sky has a link for Twitch. Oh, good. I just kind of looked at it today, and let me know if you'll follow me over there. I am using the term Sanctuary Art Studio because I'm going to focus on the sanctuary of art making, whether it be painting, live painting. Hi, Camilla. Thanks for joining. Or if it's via using a sketchbook. So usually on Substack, from the art therapy standpoint, I do workshops with sketchbooks. I encourage people to keep a sketchbook. A sketchbook is like a journal. It's accessible to anyone, anywhere, pretty much. If you can get a book and a writing utensil, you're good to go. So because that's important to me, it's important to me to let others know that art making can be a calming activity. It can help you regulate your nervous system. It can help calm you. It can be a very meditative act. So I'm still going to keep live streaming on Substack, but I also thought, because Substack is a lot, as a lot of people here know, it's a lot of writers, and yes, it's a lot of creators. And there are time-to-time live streams, but I don't think Substack in general is about live streaming. It is about connecting people, and I love that aspect. And it's about sharing your creative writing, poetry, music. I see music increasing here. I think mostly writing. So I'm going to give Twitch a shot for like maybe a month, and I'll let you know how it goes. But again, my page, or if you are on Twitch, my name, my handle, my channel will be called Sanctuary Art Studio. That's for my announcements today. This piece behind me is a new piece I'm working on. Turquoise, my favorite color. Variation turquoise and white. And so far, if I hadn't mentioned that, yes. Oh, good. Hi, Sarah. And yes, Robertians, I don't think there are a lot of live painters. You know, I feel like I'm a dying breed in the world that goes towards digital. So I'm going to hold on to real. Hi, Tom. Hi, Esther. Thanks for joining. I'm going to hold on as long as I can. Oh, Reverend Evelyn, thank you for joining. I'm going to hold on to the real process of real painting with a brush, with oil paint, and with real materials for as long as I can. And that might be just today, but it might go on for a while. For those of you that, if I have all of you right now, most of you followed me on this journey. So that painting ended up being 10,301 shapes. So that's the name of that painting. And it's going to be called, it was originally called Dreamsicle. It's like a big orange landscape that now has 10,000 shapes. And what I have found, live painting shapes, or just when I paint shapes in general, excuse me as my clamp looks like it's going to fail. The painting and working in a sketchbook. Thank you, Reverend Evelyn. I've been watching your prayers every day. I think you're on day 37, maybe. If you guys don't know Reverend Evelyn, that you're on here, she does a prayer every morning at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's really beautiful if you want to join her. LMJ, thank you so much. So what I found, I'm going to start on this piece, 1,200, I'm 1,200 shapes in, is that when I count, when I paint, the counting requires a steadfast commitment. Throwing big words together that might not even make sense, but it's a commitment to being focused. And even when I paint, I can be, if I have music on or I'm painting and I'm not counting, I have noticed that my mind, like most of our minds, tend to wander. You're most welcome, Reverend Emily. You're most welcome. I love your prayer sessions. So when I'm painting, if I'm doing something else, or even if I'm listening to music, music is the best thing to help me stay focused. But if I'm not listening to music or something else, I notice my mind starts to wander, and then it goes on thinking about all the things that my mind tends to think about, which can get pretty full up pretty fast with world events, people's opinions of me, my opinion about everything else that doesn't, whatever. What's going on earlier that day, what's happening, everything that goes into your mind, in your brain, when you're paying attention to your thinking, all of that also I notice when I'm painting. And then I feel like the painting gets lost, or it's just getting filtered by this other stuff that we don't really have control over in the world. So the counting while painting has become really important because it helps me stay focused on the image, my intention for the image, and staying calm in the process. And I have the deep-seated belief that the calmness that I have as intention while painting is carried through in the product. This is the beautiful tie-in of art and art therapy. It's the beautiful tie-in of a focused process, a therapeutic process, ending up with a focused product, a therapeutic product in general, which is the painting itself. Hey, Miranda, thanks for joining. Miranda can speak a lot about process and product. For sure, she is a queen of sketchbook process and product. So hence the counting while painting. Is it fun for you? It might be. Is it calming for you? I hope so. That's my intention for me. It's the intention of my voice. It's the intention that I am putting into my work. So, having said all of that, I have spent 12 minutes talking and not a minute painting. So let's get to painting. Those were my announcements today. The reason why I count while I paint keeps me focused with my intention on the work. And two, I've started a Twitch channel, so I'm going to be live streaming my painting process over on Twitch, hopefully reaching a whole new audience on that platform. And if you're on Twitch, well, wonderful. I have never really watched anything over there. I turned into it today and I saw just a bunch of gamers and women who kind of treat it like a fans only page. So my husband and I had a good laugh about if I had a fans only painting page, which I will not be doing, and nobody wants to see it anyway. Let me get grounded and let me tune in here, see where I should start. That top corner is calling me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera over so that you can see better, and I'm going after that segment. And I'm going to bring you with me just a little bit better. I hope you're all doing really well today. This is a special time for me to paint for you guys. A bit of performance paired with intentional activities meant to calm the planet. Reverend Evelyn, the dripping paint adds a lovely dimension. Thank you. I started with the dripping paint on day one, just when I was laying out color, and it really lent itself well to, I believe, how the painting is going to roll out, because even though I didn't know where the painting is going, these are going to be tighter shapes at the top, and as they come down, they're going to get looser, almost if they are melting or they are flowing, like, rain droplets on a pane of glass. That's where I'm kind of going. But now that you're closer, I'm going to start in this top corner with my step ladder and my brush. And let's see where this goes today. And my paint thinner. So much stuff is required for oil painting. That's why painting with acrylics is like, the logistics of painting with acrylics is so much easier, I suppose safer on some chemical level, but the paint doesn't flow and I don't enjoy it. So we go through the process of preparing all this material, and I use things that are hopefully less toxic than other materials. Hi Annette Sharp, thank you for joining. So we are at 1200, but I'm not going to start counting at 1200 today. I'm just going to start at 1, and we'll add them together later. And that's really drippy already. 2, 3, 4, 46. 47. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 42, 46, which right to stop. 47, 48, 49, 50. So when you guys see me stop, I'm like, I look at it and I realize right away I start being critical. And so I'm trying not to do this much. I'm just trying to paint and just flow with the painting process. And if I don't like the product, I can always paint over it, right? I can always paint over it. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. And that way you're really trusting your intuitive process. 56. 57. Isn't there a religion, 57, of there's somebody, maybe it's the Hare Krishnas, who don't taste their food while they're cooking it. They just, and I don't know if they don't taste it because, if anybody knows the reasons why, and if that's even true, for some reason that just popped into my head. The Hare Krishnas just cook and then they eat. I don't know if they test the food while they're eating at 58. This is really drippy. 59. That's okay. 60, 61, 62, because the forms in there, 62, 63, 64, 65, look at that drip, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, must be that drying agent I added in, I think is coming out here. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, super drippy today, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, have some blue. 100 shapes in. We have 5 minutes left today. Keeping it nice and short for you guys. Always trying to be respectful of everybody's time. 100 shapes, 100 shapes, 100 shapes, 100 shapes. I'm at 100 shapes. Here. Let's go here. That stuff is wet. Let's go there. Shall we? So now I'm going to mix up. This is my palette from yesterday. Hey Karen C. Hey Lisa. Hi Irene. Hi Navigating the Jungle. Thanks you guys for all tuning in. Annette Sharp. Love this palette I'm painting with acrylic paint today. Oh, God bless you, Annette Sharp. If you guys have questions, put them. So this is oil paint, and this is my palette from yesterday. We're going to see if any of this paint is still grabbable, because I put a drying agent in it yesterday. And yes, it is. So this is what I'm working with here. This beautiful phthalo blue. I've got a nice Prussian blue here. That stays wet for days. Prussian blue was wet for days. And some white. And let's get some Viridian green. And we'll be ready to start up there. Viridian hue. Which is kind of a blue-green. Goes with the turquoise, goes with the water element. I'm still at 100 shapes, I believe, for today. I like that. That green is nice. Okay. Um, 100. This brush. 1, 2. It's too hard. 1, 3. Oh, maybe 1, 4. 1, 5. 1, 6. 1, 7. This brush is no good. I might have to get shit canned. 107. Excuse me if any of you found that language offensive. 107. That's something's up with my brushes. 107. Let's try this one. No, I don't like this brush either. 108. 109. Isn't that... Shoot. Try this brush. Maybe, oh, there they are. Maybe my brushes. I need new brushes. 107. Let's start down here and get rolling. 107. I was painting this flat yesterday, and I know why now. It was easier. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 137, 38, 139, 140, 141, 42, 43, 44, 145, 145, 146, 147, 48, 49, 150, 151, 151, 152, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 160, 61, 162, 63, 164, 165, 166, 68, 169, 170, 170 with focus and calming and intention. 70, 71, 72, 173, 174, 175, 176, 77, 178, 179, 180, 181, 82, 83, 84, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199. I'll stop at 200 today. 200, 200, 200, 200. I think the section ended up being too light. That's okay. I'll go over it again. So that's it today for live streaming and live painting. They do not taste their food until it has been offered up to the altar to Krishna. Thank you, Camilla. I know somebody did that. See, now I'm just getting into the groove of being calm. So I'm going to continue painting offline. But Karen C., collector of books, I have a quick question for you. I don't know if you're still on, but I was just watching someone else's page today, somebody that was new to me. She collects old vintage books, and then she uses them as sketchbooks, and she uses them, and she does watercolor and sketching in them. And I thought that was such a great idea. I had done that in the past with large coffee table books, and I would gesso the pages. But the idea of taking a nice little handheld vintage book, maybe that it's, at your thrift store or somebody's throwing books away, grab an old vintage book and you can use it as a nice little sketchbook. I thought that was a brilliant idea. Okay, it's 3:33. It's a beautiful time to sign off. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. And if you are on Twitch, head over there. I have a new channel over there called Sanctuary Art Studio. I'm going to do the same thing over there, just for a different audience. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I hope God is good to you today. I hope you stay blessed and stay healthy and stay calm. Stay calm in your mind. Stay calm in your mind. Ciao.